Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see how to use Microsoft Purview data loss prevention just-in-time protection. Well, we can use endpoint data loss prevention just-in-time protection to block all egress activities on monitored files while waiting for the policy evaluation to successfully complete. When just-in-time protection is enabled and while policy evaluation is processing, endpoint DLP blocks all egress activities for each user whose account is in the selected scope. Now, endpoint DLP audits the egress activities for all users' accounts that have been excluded via the exclude setting or otherwise are not in scope. So I will just quickly log on to the portal and take it from there. I am logged on to the portal. So this just-in-time protection for endpoint DLP is natively supported on Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, in Purview Mac OS 3 latest versions. Now, the best practices for deploying just-in-time protection is that you need to first deploy anti-malware client version 4.18.23080 or later. Please check Microsoft documentation for more details. To make sure that for the machines with an outdated version of the anti-malware client, Microsoft recommends disabling just-in-time protection by installing one of the KBs that are mentioned on the documentation. Now, how to deploy just-in-time protection? You go to purview.microsoft.com. You select Settings. Go to DLP, Data Loss Prevention, and you click on Just-in-Time Protection. Now, just-in-time protection evaluates content shared from devices to dynamically help prevent sensitive data from inappropriately leaving your organization. We recommend that users have anti-malware client this or newer installed. Earlier versions might result in activity being unexpectedly blocked. It says choose which locations to monitor. By default, users and groups we specify will be prevented from completing actions while their files are being evaluated. You see the additional settings. Under fallback action in case of failure, you select allow users to complete actions. Now, this will let the user actions to complete if the classification fails. Do not choose the block users from completing actions until you fully understand the impact of this feature. Okay, you should validate your settings at each stage until the number of events is stable and you have a good understanding of the possible size of the user group you want to apply enforce mode to based on the telemetry calculations. Now, step 3 would be to estimate the number of JIT or just-in-time protection events for your deployment. You need to estimate the impact by deploying just-in-time protection by performing the following calculations. Now, take N is equal to the number of unique machines firing JIT protection event, and the S is equal to the total number of machines within the scope of your deployment. Now, if you take out the percentage and divide it by S, it would yields the percentage of machines that may experience a just-in-time protection block event. Right. So with this information, you should know how many machines will be affected by implementing the JIT block mode when you expand the scope. And you can anytime fine-tune just-in-time protection through other additional settings, which is control copy to clipboard. This you need to turn this on if you want to prevent users from copying content to the clipboard while JIT protection is evaluating the file. It might impact users' productivity. Be sure to test the impact. It says app exclusions for Windows. These are the apps you include here won't be evaluated by just-in-time protection on Windows. File path exclusion for Windows. Files in these locations won't be evaluated by just-in-time protection. And file extension exclusions. Files with these extensions are not evaluated. right? Hit save. Obviously after mentioning those settings that we discussed. Okay. Now, next step is to deploy just-in-time protection and block users from completing actions for the fallback action in case of failure setting. Now, what it does this configuration only controls the enforcement mode that DLP should apply when classification fails. No matter which value you select here, the relevant telemetry displays an Activity Explorer. Please let me know if this video was helpful or not for you. And if you have any further queries, please mention them in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.